Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel once again. My name is Saroj and I am your host. So in this today's session, I will be talking about the SPC charts, basically the introduction, what kind of organization use this kind of charts, and what kind of components and factors we need to consider while building this chart. And even I will try to build an SPC chart using the Excel, okay, with the healthcare related dataset. So let's go with the introduction part. So basically this SPC chart was founded in 1920s by Walter A.S.T. Hart, and since then it has been widely used by the various companies. So this chart basically helps to monitor and control a process by plotting different data over time and detecting any variations. Okay, so basically how does it work is we have the data set, right? We have the data point, and it will go around fluctuation and the data and the different trends. So it helps to monitor the progress and process of data with the help of different components like data points, zones, and with the upper control limit and lower control limit. So it helps to achieve the consistent quality, reduce waste, and support data driven decision making in various industries. So I already told you the industries like healthcare, manufacturing, and even the IT and other e-commerce, they widely use this kind of charts to monitor their process. And this chart mainly helps to find out the special cause and the normal cause within your process. Okay, let's say okay, I will go with the another part and then you will be more clear. So purpose and benefits of using SPC charts. So there are different purposes and benefit of this chart, like early detection of the any defects that's going to occur that are in your process. Then it helps to identify in your early stages and helps to minimize the risks. Likewise, process stability, continuous improvements, and data driven decisions, of course. So basically just pause this video and just go through the points. I'm just going only through the headings. Okay, so likewise the components of an SPC chart. So basically these statistical process control charts, while building this chart we have to consider different factors like center line, which is called the average or mean. Likewise control limits, like for example there will be two lines, upper control limit and the lower control limit, to control the process. And then after data points, with the help of different blocks, it's our data. Likewise zones, that's in between the center line and the control limits. For example, the zones, the center line will be in the center, the average or mean, and in between the center line and the upper control limit, that's the one zone, and in between the center line and the lower control limit, that's the another zone. So basically there are two zones. And yeah, this is the example of the SPC chart. So I was talking about the upper control limit. So you can see this top line, this blue, this is the upper control limit. So likewise the lower control limit, this is the lower control limit, and this orange line, this is the mean or center line. We call it center line, and you can call it whatever, like mean, average, or center line. And these are the data points. You can see in the block, it's like it's fluctuating. Sometimes it's going higher and sometimes it's going down. So in this diagram you can see over here it has exceeded the upper control limit. So what kind of so basically we have to investigate the what kind of why this, what are the causes of this data point, why it exceed the upper control limit. So we have to like research and investigate. So yeah, this is the example of the SPC chart, and I will try to build the same example with you. Okay, so okay, I have a data set here. So basically this is our data set. Over here you can see the month, and then after the accident and emergency department waiting times in hours. Okay, and for the month interval we have the data from January to December of 2023 and 2024. Okay, so yes, I discussed the components. Okay, so let me go back again. So we need the center line, then after control limits, data points, we already have it I think, and then after zones. So for the center line, it means we need, like for now we have the data of the waiting hours, right, and then after month. So from this we have to build the SPC chart. So for that one I need to calculate the find out the center line. Let me give it as CL. Then after we need to find out upper control limit and lower control limit. For the center line is the average. Okay, so we can easily find out the average of this data, and let me log this cell. I will type F4, press F4 and hit enter. So this is the mean or average of average waiting time. Okay, so this data is sample data. This is not the original data. Okay, so this is just for the practice. Okay, now we got the center line mean. Now we need to find out the upper control limit. So for the upper control limit we have to go put some formula. Okay, so for that one we need to get the standard deviation. So basically standard deviation of this waiting times. There is the formula to calculate the standard deviation. Let's say equals to standard deviation, this one, and then after if you put all of this here, so this is the standard deviation. Okay, for this all data. So for now I will steadily put it into the upper, into the cell. Okay, equals to, we need center line, that means average. Let me log this one, plus 3 times our standard deviation. Either we can just simply put this one, or we can just put the formula, and then after select this cell, just log this one. I'll try to correct it. Yep. So this is the upper control limit. It will be the same for all the data, as I have already logged this one, so it will work for all of this. So let me put the lower control limit. Okay, equals to our average is this one. Let me log this one, minus 3 times standard deviation of this one. So it depends upon the different company. Okay, so sometimes some company they will go with the 2 times or 3 times or 4 times. It depends upon the data set. Okay, so for the validation, let me put here equals to our mean plus, let me log this one, plus 3 times this is our standard deviation. Okay, I think this is the perfect one. For the lower control limit, equals to mean, log this one, minus 3 times our standard deviation. Okay, so this is the same value and this is the same value. This is just for the validation purpose. Okay, so let me save this one. Now we got our lower control limit, upper control limit, center line, our value data points. Okay, now let's build this chart. Go here, insert, we go to recommended chart. Oh, it shows different one. Go to all charts, line chart, select this one. Okay, hit enter. Okay, first of all, let me copy this one. I will put this one to the new page, new sheet. Okay, it will be quite easier. Okay, chart design, let me give this one in a black one. Okay, so we don't need these grid lines, so we can simply remove the grid lines here. Okay, I will give the chart name as the SPC chart to monitor, waiting times. Okay, so we got our upper control limit, lower control limit, center line, and our data set. So we are all set, just we need to do some formatting. So I will give this one a blue color. Okay, and lower control limit also blue color, and then after this one I will give the white. Yeah, and then after marker, go to marker, then after marker option select built-in and select which kind of type you want. So I will put the round one. I will give the size of 9. Okay, 10 is fine. And let me give this the color. I will put the white color. Oh, I put in the border. Okay, okay, yeah, now it looks quite good. Okay, good. Select the date, and if you want to format it, custom angle, you can put the 50. Okay, like this, and the text works. So put here upper control limit. Okay, it's quite easy. Control C here, 2 times paste it. One is lower control limit and the one is center line. Sorry, let me give this one 24. Okay, here you go. We got the data points, we got our data, and we can see here the average waiting time is 6.86 hours, almost 7 hours. 6.8 means almost 7 hours, and this has exceed our upper control limit. And it was when it was on 2024-09. Okay, September 2024. So we have to investigate for this one. So yeah, this is it. And so by this way you can build your SPC chart. And if you want to give the labeling here, you can select this one, and then after go here, go to data label. Sorry, I think, yeah, left or top, above. Okay, so by this way you can show the data label as well in whichever block you wanna see, you wanna show. Or if you want to show all, then you can select, you can just simply select, because it's automatically select the blocks, and you can just put the data labels, sorry, above. Or just, I just need this one, so for now it's fine. Yep, here you go. So by this way we can build the statistical process control charts, and by this way I think it's look pretty clear, and it helps to make data driven decisions, and to your stakeholders, like to your managers or any people who are working in the company, they can easily understand what's going on with the process over here. Okay, so for now you can see like the normal is normal fluctuation with the central line, but you can, like, we can investigate in between this period also, during the starting of the 2024 to mid, because it's between, it's below the average line. So I think that's good for us, like it's normal cause, but there might be some improvements in the hospital, so that so the waiting time was very less during that time. But all of a sudden, after the mid of 2024, I mean second quarter of the 2024, so it has again went to peak. Okay, it crossed the upper control limit, so we need to spend our time to investigate here. Okay, so yep, that is it. Thank you very much for your time, and please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and if you have anything, then just put in the comment. I will definitely get back to you, and see you in the next video. Thank you very much.